Mansfield, Sydney is brought to you by Shorty's 59-minute dry cleaners. For stains, spots and blemishes, see Shorty's, 222 Belmore Road South, Riverwood, opposite the Riverwood station. Hello and welcome to another episode of Mansfield, Sydney, your nightly look at our city and its wonderful world of people here. A big night tonight here at Optus LocalVision, live from Chatswood. Here in the studios tonight we'll be talking with Val Jellay, who looks back at her early days as a dancer at the Lyceum in Pitt Street. We visit the Elvis exhibition at the Bankstown Showground, and we have a chat to Dick Wicks, who uses magnets to relieve pain. He'll be visiting the Cumberland Hospital in Parramatta next week. First, a look at what's happening in Sydney tonight. Here's our news director, Ash Long. Ash?
Thank you very much, Bruce. Loud applause greeted Penrith Council's decision this week to reject a proposed 24-hour convenience centre in Claremont Meadows. The special council meeting attracted a packed gallery of more than 50 residents, led by Alderman Jesse McCallum, who said the size and scale of the development was completely inappropriate for a residential area.
Crates are out and yellow lids are in as Waverley Council updates its waste management strategy and bids to encouraging recycling in the area whilst reducing landfill waste. The $5 million change affects residents in the areas including Watson's Bay, Vaucluse, Rose Bay, Bondi and Bellevue Hill. I think some of the changes should be taking place too at Maroubra and Randwick in the near future.
It'll go further south down to Matraville as well, Bruce.
Good.
Local hotel and club managers are concerned over the proposal to develop a new hotel in the Kangaroo Point area in the Sutherland district. Local businessmen have become concerned when a hotel developer, Wall Elms, announced a proposal to build a new hotel with gaming, sports, entertainment and leisure facilities on the esplanade facing Oyster Bay. And residents will be holding a meeting out there on Monday night at the Southern District Rugby Club on the Belgrave Esplanade, Bruce.
Right, and while that's happening over at Roseville Golf Course, they're reducing new government funding of $2 million to include surface upgrades, drainage, irrigation, traffic work, security lighting and bushland restoration. That's good news for Roseville, and about time too. That's the news to this moment on Mansfield, Sydney. Back with more shortly. Tonight on the show, a star of early Melbourne television, Sunny Side Up, stage and theatre productions, and years of award-winning TV at Cooper's Crossing with the Flying Doctors, Val Jellay. Welcome to Mansfields Melbourne.
Oh, lovely to see you.
How are you, Val? Lovely to have you here.
Isn't this good fun? You've got all your mates hovering around you, giving you all support.
Including you.
But we all love you.
Oh, thank you very much, Val.
Bud, it's good to be here. Frankly, I feel right at home. Who's going to dance?
Oh, no one tonight. Val, you're pretty busy at the moment. I'll lead it off with the latest book, and it's called Mansfield's Keep It Funny.
That's
this is the second book.
That's right, and it's gone into its third reprint. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's because everybody loved Maury so much.
They did, very much, and lovely photos there.
All the way through. There's over 100 pictures, but he didn't think anybody would be interested in him.
He was a very unassuming type, a shy man, wasn't he?
Very shy. That's why he smoked. It was like a crutch, you know. To smoke gave him confidence and something to do when he talked to people. He was so shy, but it was his undoing. The cigarette killed him, poor darling.
Yes.
But when I wrote that, you know, it was ever so funny, and I said to him, what do you think about a title? You know, and he said, oh, geez, I don't give a bugger, love. He said, just keep it funny.
Yeah, keep it funny, and that's...
But when he died, it all changed, and I had to write about what really happened, and it sort of came out as two books in one. I had to complete it, which was very hard.
Yes. Now, what about Marty, your son, Maury and your son? He's killing them in Sydney?
He's in Sydney doing a Gershwin blockbuster musical called Crazy for You.
Yeah.
And it's marvellous. It's so much action and dance and song and happy and high energy, and Maury was meant to be in that, but of course it didn't happen. Stuart Wagstaff's playing Maury's role, and on their first day of rehearsal, Marty was not looking forward to the first day of rehearsal because he was a Melbourne person, and probably the only Melbourne person in the Sydney cast. But Stuart came up to Marty, shook his hand and said, I'm terribly sorry that I got this role under such tragic circumstances, and sort of broke the ice.
How lovely.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's really very nice.
But I miss him like man.
Oh, you would. Yes.
Like today. coming in to see you today, just the little weeny things, like I'm hosing the front. I do a good turn and hose my neighbour's front garden over the fence, and I overlook the fact that her windows are open, and I'm hosing everybody in bed who's still asleep, you know. You know, and I can't find the headlights on the car because I haven't driven it, and I'm triggering everything except the lights.
Yeah.
2 days later it won't start because I triggered the boot light and sent the battery flat. Can't get the lid off the honey jar. It's the little things, you know. And I burst into tears
at the drop of a hat.
The drop of a hat. I cried
Are there grandchildren and family around you apart from Marty?
No grandchildren.
Not yet.
And I don't have any brothers or sisters, and neither did Murray. And like this 24-hour-a-day life we had for 40 years.
Yeah. When the curtain goes down, not necessarily for you, do you miss the acting and the
Yeah, I miss everything. Coming here to see you is lovely because I'm working through it, you know. But when I'm on my own, I just cry all the time, you know. But everybody,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Everyone's got a problem.
Yeah.
Everybody. You know, but some get it earlier than others. You know, I think the young people who go through bad times, I think, well, you're getting your hurt over with early and out of the way.
That's a lovely way of looking at it, actually. Yes.
But I was too happy for so long.
Yes.
That it's, but nevertheless, life goes on. What's the alternative?
Yeah, well, that's right. Yes. I've got to say, though, there's a lot of love for both of you and for you in the circles that I mix. I know that for sure.
That's nice, Bruce. Yeah.
And how do you fill your time? You've got hobbies and...
No, I'm not a hobby person, but I say yes to everything.
Yes.
Like, will you come and do an after-dinner speech, and will you do a literary luncheon speaking, and I go to all of those, like a couple of times a week, you know, and TV addicted, of course. I watch that all the time, and the pay TV, of course. And but before people go on to any performance, they usually have their own way of, like, they go and say a little prayer, or they bless themselves, or they do something to make themselves calm down. I go into the ladies' toilet and say, please, Maury, help me get through this, you know.
Well, he's still with you.
I hope.
He's still with you. Yeah. And he's still with us with a terrific publication, if we could have a look at that. It's Maury Field's Keep It Funny. Now, I'm going to give you a box number to send if you would like to buy this book. It's Post Office Box 424, Albert Park, Victoria, 3206, and $25 covers everything. That's postage, handling, and sending the book out. But it's very good. Memories of a great Melbourne trooper and his lovely wife, Val, who's been a special headliner guest on Mansfields Melbourne.
Aren't you lovely?
Thank you, dear, very much indeed.
Thank you, Bruce.
Val Jellay. When Philip Brady and I started a 3AW on our Nightline program many, many years ago, our first client was Dick Wicks. Since then, I've got to know Dick as a friend and a client, but more especially the great magnetic products that bear his name. And he's with us tonight on Mansfields Melbourne. Dick, thank you for joining us.
Our pleasure, Bruce.
Where did it all start for you, Dick, the magnetic world?
Well, in a nutshell, I won a $10 raffle ticket to go to America back in 1984, and I met my dear friend Betty Cuthbert, who was using a little magnetic pillow pad.
Yes.
And in turn, I tried this pillow on my injured knee. I'm a pain sufferer, and that the very use of that magnetic pad changed my life, Bruce, without question.
It did dramatically, because you weren't well. You'd been sick for a long time, Dick.
I'll tell you what, I was in hospital a total of 26 times over a 7-8 year period. Crutches, walking sticks, wheelchair, and a confirmed chronic pain sufferer, and magnets have changed my life.
Well, I'm in the Glen Huntly Road showroom of the Dick Wicks Magnetic Products.
This is our head office.
Our head office, and we're surrounded by Dick Wicks quality of life knee supports, back supports, and tell us about the horse support.
We've got a horse rug here, and only this morning we've had a Mark Houlihan from the famous Houlihan family on the phone, and they have their entire the stable of all using our horse products and leg wraps.
A marvellous story about a horse that had, I think, an injured tendon on one occasion, was going to run the Melbourne Cup or a very important meeting. They said there's no way known that it can race, let alone win, and it got up and did by sleeping on a Dick Wicks pad.
That's quite right. I'm going back to Sub-Zero and Vandercross. We had the Quinella that year in the Melbourne Cup.
You've got the Quinella too with the products over here. There's the Dick Wicks knee supports. We see a lovely shot there of Johnny Famishon, and your involvement with St Kilda goes way back there.
It does go way back, and my gosh, the way they're going, they'll do very well this year.
Yes, you're having a very good year. Dick also was a runner in the Stall Gift before the injury.
That was a long time ago. Back in 1958, I made a final of the Stall Gift. So,
you made a final too with your lovely daughter Diana, who is working out here in the head office in Glen Huntly Road. Glen Huntly, just near the railway line. Hello, Diana.
Bruce.
How are you?
Great, thank you.
We go back many years for the openings of the stores. Now, just a look at the back supports. Explain to us, Diana, please.
This is what we call our slimline back support, and you'll see it has, I'll just open it up there, it has little magnets in there.
Right.
That's great for ladies, and then we have...
Not just ladies, great for me. I use one of those.
that's the one that Bruce.
Oh, okay, that's great, Bruce.
Line.
Yep.
Yes, I knew you wore one, Bruce. That's fantastic. And this is what we call a super back support, and you'll see all the magnets in there. There are 45 magnets in there, and that helps with the pain in the back.
Right, and I must tell you, it works for me. If ever you've been on a train or travelling on a car, and you get out and you go, oh dear me, I get that terrible pain. And wrap this around, and within 5 minutes, I've got warmth. I've got the things that, well, it's the magnets that create the warmth within the blood, and the support as well, Dick.
That's absolutely right. Just very quickly, when I just show you with a magnetic pencil there, how they run north and south. They'll attract and repel right across.
Oh,
and this is the feature of our products.
I've never seen that explained.
They're called dual pole magnets.
As well as that, and I might show us here, there's jewellery and watches. They're
all over me.
Look at Dick's. Have a look at Dick's wrist.
This is our very latest little.
And there is Dick's dot, which you can stick between your ears or your eyes, can't you? Not between your ears, between your eyes for a headache. And that's worked for me.
They're fantastic. They really are.
And it's a continual product change. There's new products all the time coming in.
Well, look, this little bangle I'm using, we're selling these in great demand for the golfers.
And they look so attractive,
Yeah, they're
Dick.
smart. They're very nice.
I'm going to grab, if you don't mind me saying, to Dick's balls, which I have used on many an occasion. There are ancient Chinese people up the Yangtze at the moment throwing these in the air. And they're 110 years of age. I know that for a fact. And because of the magnetic balls, here's Dick's now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Here's the magnetics now.
This is a little magnetic pillow pad I use a lot. I actually strap this onto my knee, as you can see. I just bandage this onto my knee at night time, and I get great relief even out of cuddling the pillow. And this is the pillow we started the whole range with.
There are bean bags. There are the bags that you cuddle into, magnetically impulsed.
All sorts.
Come down the back to the showroom. I know it's not going to be that, it's clean, but it just gives you an idea of the stock that's here at Glen Huntly Road in Glen Huntly, and they're also in Gower Street, Preston.
That's our daughter Sandra.
Right. Oh, now here's a fellow I wanted you to meet.
This is Ray Lord.
This is Ray Lord, everyone. Just say hello to us, Ray, if you would.
Hello, Bruce.
Do you take the products out to shopping centres?
Absolutely. Shopping centres, clubs. We do a lot of demonstrations, in fact. And
that's a good idea.
It's an ideal opportunity to promote the product.
Ray, I can see something bulging that looks like a back support.
Right.
The feature of this
Turn around.
See, Ray's had a bad back for a long time, but he can wear that over his pants.
Now, it doesn't have to contact the skin.
Absolutely not. It does not. In fact, we recommend that.
Is that giving you relief, Ray?
It certainly is, Bruce. and
Before
it's,
that, you'd be aching in pain?
I was bending over backwards trying to get right.
Were you? Well, you're a living, breathing example of the relief that the Dick Wicks magnetic products can give. So what's on the agenda this week? Are you going out to Shopping Town or somewhere?
Believe it or not, I'm going down to Sorrento tomorrow, between Sorrento and Portsea.
Good.
So I've got a demonstration down there tomorrow for about 30-odd people.
Oh, good on you.
So I'm looking forward to that
So
tomorrow.
you're with Chemmart pharmacies throughout Melbourne. These are the stock that's going out to New Zealand, coming in from all over the place. This is Mari, is it, Dick? Come in, Mari. What are you doing here, Mari?
I'm packing orders to send all over Australia.
So this is really the head office of the whole of the country.
Yes, that's dead right. And we've got Joan is alongside us over here, handling the computer right now, just doing an invoice to New Zealand.
Good on you, Joan. Oh, there's Joan over there too. So you've got quite a big staff here.
Yes.
What's doing now, Mari? What are you up to?
I've just got to get quite a few orders out for people to send off.
Don't let us stop you. Go on, Murray. Off you go. Well, this is where it all started for us. When we came out and opened the store, we had a trestle table of food and we had a lot of listeners out here.
You are so right. And those people, they still come back to us, you know. Often people say to me, Dick, do you guarantee your product? Well, let me tell you, Bruce, we are so confident with our range of products that if a person should buy a back support or a pillow, and they don't receive this lovely cosy warmth we talk about, we'll willingly give them their money back. Now, that's an absolute, we carry a wonderful guarantee.
Well, I know for a fact. What was that, Ash? Anything else? We'll get to that in a moment. But a good point. I've had listeners on 3AW ring in and without paying and without commercialising, just say, look, thank Dick Wicks for what he's done and the products. And that is an endorsement you can't buy. Yeah. No advertising can do that. But that just happens automatically. Now, before we go, is there anything you want to say to the listeners or viewers of Mansfields Melbourne tonight?
I think the most important thing, Bruce, to people to realise that Dick Wicks is a chronic pain sufferer. Now, I don't take any medication. I wear on my knee right now. I suffered a very bad knee. I've had multiple surgery to both my knees, but this left knee is a horror. But I wear a magnetic knee support, and that gives off this lovely cosy warmth, and this stimulates the blood flow and circulation. Yeah. It's changed my life, and this little pillow pad, this is the one I established the business with, as well as the little gold dots. The magnetic dots, the pillows, and the knee supports and back supports are just fantastic products.
Well, take it from me. I'm a wearer of a Dick Wicks back support. I haven't got one on now. That is proof of the fact that it has worked for me. But when I get a twinge, on it goes, and the blessed relief and the warmth and comfort. Have you got a head office number people can ring if they're listening, watching throughout Australia?
Yes, certainly.
What's happening, Dick? You nearly fell out.
I'm trying to pull my pants down.
Don't do that. I'm all right, but Mari's a terror.
Our head office phone number is 03 9563 6286.
And as we said on radio last night, a great Father's Day suggestion.
Thank you, thank you.
Dick Wicks, thank you. Man of the day.
Thank
Dick
you,
Wicks
Bruce.
and Mari and who
Ray,
else? Ray.
Diney.
Good. All at the Glen Huntly office.
Joan.
And through Chemmart pharmacies throughout Melbourne, it's Dick Wicks all the way.
Thank you very much indeed.
Hello there, I'm Bruce Mansfield.
Ash Long here with local announcements from Mansfield Sydney newsroom.
We have some special community events planned for 1998. The Willoughby Council is currently compiling information for the 1998 Willoughby Community Calendar. They want to hear from local community groups and other organisations regarding any special events or activities planned in 1998 that could be included in their calendar. Contact Special Events Officer Michelle Reid on 9857 6542.
Thanks, Bruce. A baby show will be held on Thursday this coming week. That's Thursday, September the 4th at Pendle Hill High School, Binnalong Road in Toongabbie, to assist the Bone Marrow Donor Institute. All entries will be taken on the day, and there'll be age sections from birth to 6 months. All inquiries should be directed to Rhonda on 0414 868 232.
An open morning is being planned at the Cranbrook School in Victoria Road, Bellevue Hill tomorrow. That's Saturday, August the 30th. Cranbrook is known for preparing young people for life with a contemporary academic curriculum, and applications are now being considered for enrolment at all levels. Contact the registrar on 02, of course, 9967 1289.
In sport, Rushcutters Bay 10-pin bowling centre in Bayswater Road is promoting its beginners tournament to be held in September. The manager, John Steins, offers a competitive outlet with a gymnasium, workout area and the latest in bowling facilities. Contact the Rushcutters Bay AMF 10-pin bowling centre on 9935 7849.
And that's it for another night in our city. Today is Friday, August the 29th, the day when Sydney's Harbour Tunnel was formally opened in 1992. The day when Susan Sangster married businessman Frank Renouf in 1985, and prices around Point Piper were never so good. And it's the day when actor Jack Thompson was born in Manly in 1940. He's 57 today. Happy birthday to you, Jack. Join us here on Optus Local Vision at 6 on Monday night when we meet with Premier Bob Carr. We'll talk about the bed tax and its effect on the airport precinct, Coogee, Bondi, Manly, Chatswood and even Parramatta. David Clark, chairman of the Sydney Royal Wine Show, which is about to have its final event at Moore Park, will be talking to us on Monday as well. And artist Rachel Ellis, whose exhibition is running at Sydney's Access until September the 13th. Have a great weekend. Let's hope Sydney belts Geelong at the SCG tomorrow night here on Optus. See you at 6 on Sydney's own Optus Local Vision. Good night.
Excuse me, Mr. Mansfield.
Yes.
You seem to have forgotten the footy segment for this week.
Oh, we've done it again. I'm very sorry about that.
Oh, that's
Could we
okay.
get you a longer call? David Raineri, I am very sorry. We are out of time.
Oh, that's okay.
Because the next show has got to come in. We've got to strike this set, in other words, rebuild it. So if we could sit down very quickly, David, and go through that weekend's round of football, but please make it quick because Bruce Danhier is coming in from Props. If you could sit down there. Is that all right? Is that out of... He's having a lot of trouble. That's the way. Now listen, we're going to fly this very briefly. We're certainly out of time. This weekend is a big round tonight.
Hey, Rusty boy!
Oh, no.
Oh, Rusty!
No.
Hey, the great
Hey, no, now listen. Bruce, oh, do you mind? Oh, do you mind? Oh, no, Bruce, oh, this is disgraceful. I have to, now listen, no. Oh!
Oh, go and wipe that up.
My sincere apologies. This is absolutely... I'm sorry, David
Smells
Raineri.
like you're at the pharmacist.
Oh, dear me. Now, Bruce Danhier, I'm going to put a stop to this right here and now.
It's over.
No, it isn't over. We've got to do these tips. I'm sorry about that,
That's
David.
okay.
Listen, tonight is West Coast versus... Isn't he the most obnoxious? The most obnoxious, but West Coast versus Brisbane at the Wacker.
Yes, it's going to be a very good game tonight. The Wacker, the sixth and final game for the Wacker.
We missed you at the pub at lunchtime.
Well, I don't go to the pub at lunchtime, and I think you do. No. Come on. No, you know I don't. West Coast at the Wacker, do you think?
Yes, I think they should win there. Considering for Foles, this will be the final game at the Wacker for 1997.
I am not. I think it might be your last night with us. And don't you start sucking those tissues. Saturday tomorrow, Melbourne versus Fremantle.
Yes, Melbourne versus Fremantle at the MCG. This is
I get you. Stop it. Melbourne and Fremantle.
This is going to be a very good game at the MCG between Melbourne and Fremantle. I think Melbourne can end their year off on the high. It's been a very disappointing season for Melbourne, unfortunately, but I think they can end their season off on a high.
All right. So Fremantle, you think?
I think Melbourne should win.
You think Melbourne? Carlton versus... This is just an unusual selection of football. Oh, it smells like the rear end of a draft horse.
On the back of your car, Brucey. Hey, where's that girl from Sale?
I don't know, and I haven't met her.
You would have got into the strife when your missus got home last Sunday.
No, I didn't.
Didn't tell her?
Well, I have nothing to tell. I'm spotless. Well, don't you start alluding to anything. Oh! Carlton and Richmond.
Yes, it's going to be a very good game at Optus Oval, a tight game at Optus Oval, because these two teams have a very good rivalry. But Carlton, they've got too much at stake, and I think they can just scrape it to the final 8.
All right, Hawthorn versus the Western Bulldogs.
Yes.
Talking Western Bulldogs, we're working with one. Oh, he's stuck. Oh!
Where am I? This isn't the pharmacist.
It's like a Punch and Judy show. Hello, Mr. Punch.
Strike a lot. I thought I was in the studio too.
Yes, well, the Western Bulldogs, they're on the slide. Hawthorn are out of the finals race. The Hawks are out of the finals race, but this should be another tight game indeed, especially at Waverley.
Right.
The Hawks play...
Now, Sydney versus Geelong.
Yes, Sydney versus...
I just saw your brother.
It's like working with Mel Meikle.
He's down the pharmacist.
I bet he is.
It was Wayne.
So, Wayne, Sydney and Geelong.
Yes, well, they've had a good run home.
Little fella, this one.
Yes, he is.
Yes, well, Sydney have had 8 of the last 11 at the SCG, but I think they can start a run again.
Love him, like a brother.
Yeah, he's a good little boy, isn't he?
Yeah, good little worker.
Yeah. You've had a big day. Have you done the cooking? Have you done the cooking show today with Geraldine?
Yeah,
What other shows have you done?
bit of cookie sherry there left at... that was the 11 o'clock show.
Yeah.
The Vietnamese, mate. They brought in some Vietnamese wine.
That's sake, isn't it?
Nah. There's another word for it.
Oh, well, I think you should stop your imbibing. I think it's not
What are you
good.
doing this for?
Port.
Show's over. You saw the credits go up. Doesn't me clear to come on.
No. It's not over. We're still here. Now leave us alone.
But the show's over. Oh, it's 6:23.
Exactly. Port. Don't laugh at him. It'll only engenders more. Port Adelaide versus St Kilda.
Yes, well, Port Adelaide 4 out of the final 11 at football.
He's had a troubled life, Bruce Danhier. Very disturbed childhood and really a very disturbed mother as well. So you've got to make excuses.
There's your gin.
Oh, thanks.
It's Scotch, sorry.
Collingwood versus North Melbourne.
Yes, Collingwood and North Melbourne at the MCG. Collingwood have a very unlucky season.
Oh, not the stick. All right, Collingwood versus North Melbourne.
Yes,
oh, get out of here, you great... He's got kamikaze and black belt.
There you go, sport.
I did nothing.
I'm only doing my job.
Very badly, might I add. Collingwood versus North Melbourne.
Yes, Collingwood have had a very unlucky year, but North Melbourne, the defending premiers, they've been charging towards the minor premiership, and I think they can make the final, and I think they can make the grand final, make it a repeat of last year.
Yes.
But I think Collingwood should win.
Oh, good. Essendon versus Adelaide, David. You cut out that talk quickly.
Yes, Essendon versus Adelaide at Optus Oval. Adelaide a very good record there. It's one of the few grounds in Melbourne that they play very well on, but I think Essendon should win and end this season off on a high.
Well, thanks for the tips throughout the season.
If that little Sheila drops
Will you come in for the finals predictions each week?
I'd love to, Bruce.
All right. Well, that's the show. Thank you for being with us, David.
That's my pleasure, Bruce.
Hope your tips come about, and we'll see you over the weekend. Well, that was the night in our city.